A long time ago, when he was just a kid, Anakin Skywalker made a promise to everybody who heard that one day he will come back to Tatooine and free all the slaves. As he progressed in his way to becoming a powerful Jedi, it all took an unexpected turn. Everything went sour and Anakin became Darth Vader. With that, his bidding was not priority anymore. Anakin took a back seat as well as Darth Vader in some sense, because Emperor Palpatine was now ruling the galaxy with an iron fist, and the person doing his bidding was none other than the former slave, Darth Vader, who had now completely erased the identity of Anakin Skywalker. Well, this is a story where Darth Vader is obligated to go back to Tatooine once more, the place where he promised he would cleanse one day and come with justice. Now, not only was he flustered to come back to his former home, but he was dealing with a slave owner himself in Jabba the Hutt. The innocent little boy was not so innocent anymore, and he would have to deal with a situation that he thought he left behind. But as always, Vader will be haunted by his past, and in this episode, it is no different. The Vader and Tatooine bromance starts when he entered in hard negotiations with Jabba the Hutt. They all live to serve the Emperor. Knowing full well the ego of the Empire, Jabba complimented Vader and told him that now he understands why the Emperor sent him. How could he deny his friend Palpatine in such a time of need, when their precious Death Star had been destroyed? But quickly Vader diverted, told him that those are just rebel propaganda and to not talk about it anymore. All he has to do is accept the terms and that's it. Of course, said Jabba, but as Vader was about to leave, he told the Dark Lord of the Sith to not go so soon. When Jabba the Hutt concludes business, he loves to see something die afterwards. With that in mind, they headed for the Dune Sea. The guards were shooting banthas for fun, especially to entertain Jabba, with Salacious Crumb laughing on the side. Vader was so irritated that he told Jabba that if he values his pet, he better shut him up immediately. Jabba laughed. He likes Vader. He was very glad that they had become friends now. You presume too much, said Vader, but Jabba persisted. Even though he is here on the behalf of the Emperor, it doesn't mean that he won't gain from this as well. He serves the Emperor, but the old man doesn't need to know everything Vader is doing to serve him. He went on to ask Vader how the bounty hunters Jabba sent were working for him. These two bounty hunters were Boba Fett and Black Krrsantan. At this point, Vader became a bit irritated. He had asked Jabba that in confidence, and there is no more speaking of this. But the Hutt was having his way. He told him that we are not talking right now. We are just hearing banthas die. You can clearly see that Vader is very patient at this moment. He wasn't his usual angry self. He continued telling Jabba that the bounty hunters have their tasks. One is simple, find Solo, but the other bounty hunter had to find a boy. Jabba knew that he was talking about the boy who destroyed the Death Star. Furthermore, if Kenobi would really help this boy, then that boy might fancy himself as a Jedi. The Jedi are gone, said Vader. To the pleasure of Jabba, that is why they were even better friends now. No more Jedi to hassle him. Kenobi, said Vader, tell me everything you heard about him. In my opinion, another reason why Vader was, let's say, not getting friendly with Jabba, but simply tolerated him, which was friendly enough. Jabba was pleased to tell him everything, but one thing he couldn't believe: how could a simple boy who destroyed the Death Star have come from this empty desert of a planet? Who knew that anyone of note was ever born on Tatooine? However, Jabba had no idea who he was really talking to. The Tatooine native that one day was going to free all slaves and save his mother. Long gone was he. As far as slavery went, Darth Vader harbored much resentment for slavers, such as the Zygarians, if we go back to the Clone Wars era. You see, this was always triggering for Anakin or Vader because he was once a slave, although as Vader, once the Empire got the ball rolling and Sidious had no problem about anything, he had to acquiesce. In Legends, there is quite a debate about slavery. In one of the comic issues, Darth Vader remembers him as a child talking about coming back to Tatooine and freeing the slaves. This comes to Vader as a surprise when he hears that Sidious is planning to move slaves across to another planet, and that's when the debate starts with Palpatine, who simply ignores the worrisome Darth Vader, telling him that situations change, that things are not so black and white. In canon, though, there are many times that slaves under the Empire were sometimes classified as non-sentient and were just hidden out of the eye of the public, such as the Wookiees. We have seen Imperial officers, most notably Captain Ray Sloan, have their suspicions about robot man factories, but Imperial slave ownership was mostly unknown throughout the galaxy. Vader might have sometimes seen a thing or two about slave trade across the Empire, but if so, it would have been around the Outer Rim and here on Tatooine with Jabba. But by this point, it seems that Vader did not care at all, as rebels and surviving Jedi were his priorities and not slavery. But of course, what did you guys think about all of this? Talk to me down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you can have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you until then.